Hey, welcome back. This is Shah. Today's my last day in Istanbul, so I thought I'd make you guys a video. Right now I'm sitting in Taksim Square, which is where I was staying. And I gotta say, I didn't really know too much what to expect coming to Istanbul, but I really liked and enjoyed my time here. I like the city. I mean, the weather was gorgeous the whole time I was here, but the way it's laid out is really cool. There's a European side, and then there's the Asian side. And you know, when I think about where I live back home in Sacramento, it's a lot easier to get around here because there's a really efficient and cool subway metro system. So the station to the metro is like right there in the middle of the square, not too far from my hotel. And once you look at the lines and understand how it works, you can get to pretty much anywhere in Istanbul just by taking the metros and the trams. And the subways and even the buses. I only had to Uber one time while I was here, which was really cool. So I got to see a lot of Istanbul. I went to Sultanahmet and saw the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque was over there. I walked all up and down, towards the river by the Bosphorus. I went to Dolmabahce, which has this beautiful clock tower, and then there's a palace that you can tour there. There's actually two palaces. There's Topkapi Palace, which is like the older one. Then there's the newer one right over there by the river. And it was a really cool experience. I could see myself living here. If I ever made that happen, I would love to get a place over here. I kind of understand what the passport bro guys are talking about now. If I'm being honest. It wouldn't be that bad. It's still a little expensive out here. So I was just in Cairo for a week. Then I came here, and the prices here, some things are cheaper, but it's not that different. Like when it comes to like food or like going through a grocery store than even back home and in Sacramento, which is fine. I did really like the food here. Some might say it's not spicy enough. I think it was perfect. I don't like food that's too spicy, but I got to eat a lot of good food, and I really like the food culture here. Kind of like Cairo, it's easy to get like fresh fruits, fresh juice. The bread's good, the meat's good, and it just didn't taste like there was a lot of fake things inside of it. I love that there's just a ton of cats out here, and the cats are like everywhere. They just go into stores. They do whatever they want to do, and people leave food out for them, and it's not like a mess. It's not like they're everywhere, they're in the way, or that there's like cat poop everywhere. I didn't see any of that stuff. And I kind of think back home to Sacramento, and it's sad because when I think of stray cats, they all look just utterly homeless, and it's like I wish we could be a little bit more like this city, where even if a cat doesn't have a home, it still looks like it's not homeless, like it's taken care of. So that was really cool. And I enjoyed that. Another thing I noticed is that there really wasn't that many homeless people here. I maybe seen like one or two, but compared to Sacramento, we got so many homeless people. It's a disaster out there. It's really sad. So that was a nice thing. And the people just seemed nice and just well composed, and I don't know, I didn't see any real like issues or anything like that. Riding the subway wasn't a problem. I remember riding the subway in like New York City, and oh god, like you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe a lot of the time. There's just people in there harassing you. I was just in Cairo for a week, and when I really think about comparing like this city in Cairo to another city, I think about like Pakistan. I visited Pakistan, and there's a lot of people that will come up to you and ask you for money or try to sell you some stuff. Cairo was like that in some areas, but not as bad as Pakistan. The pyramids were very, very much like that. A lot of people trying to, grift for money out there. Over here, much less than Cairo. There really wasn't that much. I mean, people will try to sell you stuff if you're like by a storefront. Some people will try to sell you things on the road, especially here by Taksim Square, but not in a lot of other places. Plenty of police everywhere. I felt very safe. I did hear some not so savory things about Taksim that I read online, and I heard that there's a lot of people that'll try to get you into like a hookah shisha spot in the alley and then kind of trap you in there and try to charge you a ton of money and get you to buy like women drinks and stuff. I didn't encounter any of that because, well, I didn't stay out that late because I don't care to do that. When I did come here the first day, we landed really late, and I got to my hotel at like the middle of the night. So I did see some seedy things. It was very busy, very lively. But still, even then, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I was able to walk to my hotel with my bags, trying to figure out where it was, and it just wasn't an issue. So I do think this city is pretty safe. A lot of women walking around, beautiful, gorgeous women out here. But yeah, I could totally see myself living here. I would love to be able to spend more time. In a perfect world, I'd be able to travel back from here to California and live in both places. Istanbul's cool because it kind of feels like being in Europe, but then you're also in the Middle East at the same time, and it's nice that you can go, you know, from the European side to the Asian side, all on that beautiful subway and metro, for very little money, and just get, you know, two very different feelings, which is cool. But yeah, in a perfect world, I mean, I would love to be able to make that happen. I know, you know, some people come here and they get like a flat, kind of reminds me of the passport bros. I think I'm turning into a passport bro, but yeah, I don't blame people that come out and do that. You know, again, the food's good, the people are really cool, a little expensive. It reminds me of California prices in some places. You know, going to a grocery store, I kind of compare the prices, and it's the same. But it's a very different world. The society feels really good. I feel like there's a lot of pride here that people have. You know, shopping for clothes and stuff, I would look at the clothes. I bought this from here, and a lot of the things are made in Turkey. And it really just kind of made me feel like, I wish I could be in California, and a lot of the clothes I buy can say made in the USA or something like that. And I just think it's kind of cool. Like if you live here and you go shopping and you see a lot of the stuff is made here, I don't know. There's something respectable about that. There's something that you can take some pride in that. And I do really like the clothes around here. I did a lot of clothes shopping. I feel like the prices for clothes actually wasn't that bad, and they had a lot of fashionable items, which I feel like, especially when I'm in the U.S., California, it's not easy to find, and if you do, it costs a lot of money. So, anyways, yeah, that was Turkey. There's a ton of things. Well, that was Istanbul. There's a ton of things to see here. All the different mosques are really gorgeous. There's a lot of old, even churches too, if that's what you're into. Right there is a mosque, and if you go down that way, there's a very old church. So, you know, you can kind of take your pick out here. There's a lot of different kinds of people, which I think is very cool. It's very cosmopolitan. The city has a very unique character, especially with all the cats running around, which I just love. I took so many pictures of cats and put them on my Instagram. If you're not following me on my Instagram, you know, check me out there and look at my highlights. You'll find a ton of pictures of cats. And yeah, other than that, taking the plane back home tomorrow, and we'll be getting back to our regular scheduled programming. So all you folks who have been waiting for the Saturday evening streams at 7 p.m., they're coming back this Saturday. We got a lot of stuff to go over. There's a lot of stuff I saw, a lot of videos I want to react to that I saw while I'm here. And I was like, oh man, if I was at home, I totally would have did a stream on that. So we got a lot of fun streams coming, and you know, we'll be back to regular programming here. So appreciate you guys who watched the video. Hey, if I'm blessed, maybe I'll be able to travel to more places and bring you guys more videos from overseas. One other place I really want to see in my life is Japan. So on this trip, I was lucky. I got to see Egypt. I always wanted to see the pyramids, so I'm able to check that off the list. Turkey is a place, you know, it wasn't high up on the list, but I did want to see it. But I'm really glad I came here and stayed the days I did, because I really, really like this place. I could see myself staying here for an extended period of time. In a perfect world, you know, I'd have a remote job and be able to do that. So, hey, maybe next time Japan, maybe next time Paris, maybe Brazil, who knows. But yeah, if you haven't traveled in a while, maybe think about coming here to Istanbul. I definitely think you'd enjoy it. There's a lot of amenities. You know, I didn't experience any gas blackouts or electricity one time the electricity went out on the road I was staying at. I was eating in a restaurant too and the electricity went out, but it wasn't for very long. The same thing happened in Cairo. Pakistan was always different. Every day or so there'd be a blackout of something. So it was nice to not have that here. It's nice to be able to take warm showers. The water's clean. You don't feel like your skin feels weird afterwards. So Istanbul has it. It has it all. I would definitely come here and check this place out and give it a chance. So anyways, yeah, this is Shah. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we will see you on the next one.